And this is Mary.
Yes, hello. Oh, it's been so long since I've seen you.
And that's Walter.
Hi.
Yes. Don's oldest. And then, no, not, yeah, and then Philip. And Becky. Becky's
Okay. Go ahead and sit down. I'll give you a little bit of a...
Well, give us the history here.
Oh, look at this.
He has school children coming out here all the time.
Well, we've had...
How are y'all doing?
I've had... Hi. The
First
government
question,
of China sent
anybody afraid of
people out
dogs?
here.
Anybody afraid of dogs?
Are we afraid of dogs? No. Not
Okay.
afraid of dogs. Let them
We're
loose.
going to let them out. Let
Okay.
them out. Yeah. They don't like to be penned up.
Yeah.
No, they, we pen them up when the renter goes to work in the morning because the great,
This renter?
yes, the Great Pyrenees, they believe that their territory is as far as the eye can see. So
Here comes the
if
dogs.
they can get out the gate, they'll get out the gate.
So these dogs are Chinese. Hello, the boys.
These are Great Pyrenees.
Hi, Great
They-
Pyrenees.
They, okay, this is Snowball. If she knows that we are friends with you, she'll be fine. Bear is not as friendly.
There is not a friend.
He's bigger. They're brother and sister. You're especially glad to see me, aren't you? They believe they originated in Siberia, and then in the Great Pyrenees Mountains, and the sheep herders would take these dogs with them, and they are known for guarding animals, and that's why we have them, because we had neighbor dogs come and kill our emus. And so anyway, they are to guard the animals, and so they roam all night long. They are nocturnal dogs. And
So where did you get these dogs?
Well, they look like doofies.
Porterville.
Porterville?
Okay, this is my ranch hand Bill.
But I mean, they're like, they have the same face anyway.
Well, they have the same head shape of a Labrador too.
They're beautiful.
And they're 1 year old now. They're just puppies yet.
Oh, that's only 1 year old?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
She's the little one that doesn't too.
I see
And,
you brush your teeth well.
Yeah.
Well, Bill used to say that we needed to get a dog, and I said, like another hole in my head. Well, then when that did with the neighbors, I said, okay, I'm ready. And so the dog trainer lives across the fence from us, and I belonged to the International Trainee Goat Association, and mainly in the back east are the people. They have the Great Pyrenees dogs, and they said they are the best ones for guarding. And so we got these at 7 weeks of age. They're not supposed to sell them before they're 3 months of age, but the man figured that we knew what we were doing, and so he let us have them at 7 weeks of age, and they were just little balls of fluff. And we put them in with the baby goats to begin with, so they learned that this was their territory.
You take care of the goats, huh?
Oh,
All right. So you knew what you were doing then?
Oh yes, oh yes.
Okay, all right.
Well, you get a lot of help. It's almost like Facebook, that you can your questions and so forth. Now, Bear is shy in that he doesn't make friends easily. We had from LA, we had the FFA leadership team come. And and did you know that now FFA mainly has women or girls?
FFA?
Yes.
Future Farmers of America?
Yes.
When I was in high school, what girls they did have, you had to look twice to make sure that it was even a girl.
That's right. Well, I was in FFA, Bakersville High School.
And now these were from Southern Cal, and every one of them could have been a beauty contestant. They were just gorgeous young
And
ladies.
so when they came in band, okay, they came for a leadership conference at the convention center, but part of that was that they needed to choose one ranch to visit, and they chose this one.
Oh my goodness.
And
Just
so,
turn a leaf blower on you.
so anyway, the girls get out, and they're chattering, and she, of course, is going to milk it for all she can get, all the attention she can get. Bear takes off.
I used to come running over this direction. As soon as they jumped out of the bin, He says, "The hell with that." He spun back around and went over and laid underneath the pomegranate tree. A little while later, he came back up and ran between my legs and kind of looked out at everybody, but they tried to pet him. He ran into the arena there, laid right in the middle of it and went to sleep.
Really shy.
And as soon as he heard their car start, then he was back up and running. Snowball.
No, he has, there's 7
You're
people
more like a
that he
leaf ball
likes.
right now.
But we enjoy these. They are highly intelligent. They understand quite a few words and sentences. Their feelings get hurt very easily.
At the drop of the hat. No,
He's
that's mine.
looks like he's limping a little bit.
Anyway, so we've had them now for a year, and they are going to be growing bigger yet. And Bear
off what you did.
is
Clean the dirt
about
off.
2-3 inches shorter than our than Blackjack, our miniature stallion.
Cute.
Me and that, you.
Friendly.
Come on, let's read the people around.
Good,
But
Daddy.
so that's why we have the dogs. We pen them up when we have people bringing young children, because they could just knock them over.
Well, yeah.
And this bear, within the next 6 months, he'll grow to where he's 36 inches across the shoulders and will weigh about 150 pounds. This little girl, she'll get up to about 32 inches in height and will get up to almost 100 pounds.
That's pretty hefty.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
That's pretty hefty.
But we haven't been sorry at all that we got them.
What kind of dogs did you have before? Didn't?
No.
Of all the animals, you don't, no dogs.
Oh, she never wanted a dog.
Oh.
No, because we had dogs.
When you were
I had
growing
dogs
up?
that would kill chickens and so forth over
Yeah.
here.
No,
Oh.
I was telling her we needed a dog. I was talking about a Queensland or Australian Shepherd, something like that.
That's what we had. We had.
That I could send out after the animals,
We
so
had
we
shelters.
wouldn't have to walk so much, and this is what we got.
Yeah.
It's probably a good trade-off that now you don't have to sit with a shotgun in your lap,
They don't
looking out the
hurt
front
though, right?
window.
Just protect.
They will hurt.
They will?
They have the herding instinct,
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes.
because that's what they were bred for. The goat herders in ancient times, they bred these so that they would be snow white. So that in the middle of the night when they got up and they heard a commotion, they wouldn't be thumping on one of their dogs thinking it was a wolf or a coyote.
I bet they eat quite a bit, don't they?
Oh, only 50 pounds of food a week.
I'm always looking for the best bargain.
Guess it's like in the summer.
No,
They don't get a big meal.
When they do, they find them a shady spot and they lay down until
Well, you want some
Except they're
attention, don't
nocturnal.
you? You want
They
some
do all their
attention.
running at night.
Just don't stick out your
no,
tongue.
no, no, no.
Even when it's cold.
Stay down.
Oh, they
Stay
love
down, stay down.
I was
No
gonna say, they got a good
Stay
coat
down.
of fur on them.
Well, they have a triple coat of fur.
Yes.
So I come out at 5:30 and feed. He's usually asleep on the frosty ground. And she's asleep on the just the bare dirt. Oh, you go say hi to her? Oh, she's right.
So, that's the story of these dogs. Okay, the sheep herders would have these dogs have like a flask. Well, not a flask for
Like the St. Menards.
yeah, but
They had a little drawstring purse tied around their necks.
and so if they were selling some sheep, the money would go in that, and nobody would dare take that money out of that until they got to their to the owner.
So they let them put money in, but they wouldn't let anybody take anything out.
Well, except the ones that they belong to.
Right.
Yeah.
You shed too, you know that?
Yeah, they're microchipped and they're registered and they're spayed and neutered. So
No.
no.
Snowball.
Stay down.
Snowball. Come on. Behave yourself. Okay. We have we did have emus, the possums, And the neighbor dogs killed the emus, and that was why we got these. When that happened, why we got them. And we had chickens, we had geese, we had ducks, and the possums and the chicken hawks took care of those. So this is one of the reasons too that we have these dogs now, so that they take care of that. We're hoping to refill. I'd like to get Araucana again, chickens that lay the green eggs.
Oh my goodness.
We have.
What do you do with them when they lay the green eggs?
Eat them.
Those are for the cat in the hat.
Yep.
For the green eggs and ham.
They're a novelty. We would give them to tour groups.
I'll
and
bet.
stuff.
Yeah.
We have the llamas, and right now they are penned up. We had one of our prize bucks died just recently, and so of the fainting goats, and so the autopsy is still being done. But what we have found out, so we've treated the water, and that's why all the goats are in now, and also the llamas. Any ruminants needed to have treated water, and so this is their 5th day, and so tomorrow they won't be able to go out of their pen. Otherwise, they had to stay in the pen.
So I think it was related to the water?
No, related to the soil.
Sure.
And so I don't know if the brain study is finished yet or not. Tulare asked the agriculture department does the autopsies. We have 9 fainting does that are pregnant right now.
Oh my gracious.
Hopefully.
9.
Yes, 9, and by the end of next week we should be having 9 pygmy does pregnant also. The pygmy does, consistently the pygmy babies from this from here win the top prizes at the Fresno Fair, and so the reputation gets around. You know, they went from here. Well, the the group homes took over from King's View. There's 2 men that have 4 group homes here on the west side of Blackstone, is it, or of the
That'd be the east
freeway.
side of Blackstone.
And so
Who's the person that's in charge of that, do you know? Is there Peters?
No.
No, okay.
Curtis. I can't think of what his last name
Okay, I
is.
was just curious.
I have his card inside.
And anyway, they got from here, and then they want again for next year. They said that or next spring what they'll want. They've had such good success. They have the adolescent boys that are in trouble with the law, schizophrenic, whatever King's View had, they have. And so they said that it's made a marked difference in the behavior of the boys to have those goats. That if said the therapists, the teachers, everyone has just fallen in love with the goats. So this year they'll probably we're going to advertise again we'll advertise first time, we'll do it in January, to have people, if they want to reserve, so that they can come pay half down and then half when they come pick up the baby.
So what does a goat baby cost?
Okay, $110 for the pygmy goat. For the fainting goats are $350 to $500.
Wow.
And we do a lot of the advertising through Craigslist and word of mouth.
Do you have any problem? It doesn't sound like you have any problem getting rid of them or selling them.
We do occasionally.
Not the pygmy goats.
Not the big ones. But on the fainers, that's why I've got the breeding spread out over a period of time. It's easier to get rid of them if we only have 4 or 5 of them at a time than what it is if we have 9 goats. Or
Right.
give birth to three baby goats all at the same time, and you got 27 fainting goats trying to get top dollar out of them, and you can't do it when you have that many that live in the market.
Yeah.
We have only 2 youngsters left from the last breeding that you'll see. I don't, well, one of them we want to sell only as a breeder because of his coloring. And so people like to buy him as pets too. The fainting goats have a totally different personality than the pygmy goats do. They're very quiet, very calm, and when they're born,
That's very unusual.
when they're born, when you put them on your lap, they're apt to fall asleep. And all of them, except we have 3 on this place that have the amber-colored eyes. The rest all have blue eyes.
Is the amber-colored ones the ones that are for like a breeder?
Not
Or is
necessarily.
it the blue eyes?
Some people don't want blue eyes.
Yeah, some people just don't like blue eyes because
But you said you have this one that you want to sell to a breeder. What about it? The coloring?
Well, you'll see it.
you'll see.
Okay.
My granddaughter called it 007. He's charming all the girls.
Well, the bucks
he's
come
been a
out with that
lap sitter.
smooth attitude. When the females, they don't even get the personality until they're 4 or 5 months old. 4 or 5 months old.
Mm.
But he was from the beginning, and he always wanted to sit on my lap. So you get attached to them.
Well, yeah.
Bill says that I see them as pets, he sees them as dollar signs.
That's a very good combination to
Pays the
have.
bills, yes, sir.
One takes care of the one side, and the other side takes care of the other side.
And the dollar side usually wins.
I know, it's hard for me to let to see them go often. Okay, well, let's go now to the animals.
How long have you been doing this now? How long have you been here?
Been here 11 years.
11?
Didn't, I started out just with the llamas.
Yeah, I
And
remember the
then
one.
started to get the other animals, and the vet said that I had more variety than anyone in the whole area, so I needed to share them. Okay, here is Ollie and Licorice.
Ollie and who?
Ollie and Licorice.
Licorice.
Ollie was sold, a man wanted it for Father's Day, a year ago, Father's Day, and this past year. No, he's a year and a half old now. And 2 days before, and she had already given me the check. And 2 days before, Bill and I were out feeding, and we heard a cry, and we looked over, and he was on the ground. Well, he had broken his leg by his shoulder area. And the vet said that she sent me to the vet surgeon, and he said that it was where it was, it would cost $500 to try to fix it, and he couldn't guarantee it would. So he said, take him home, and put him where he can't see his mother, see any other goats. And so I raised him to begin with in the house, in a cage. And then Licorice, Bill's going me. Okay. Oh, I'm going to have you tell him about Licorice, but go ahead, I'll tell. Okay, Licorice, Licorice's mother was a pygmy goat, and we put her in with to breed it to a pygmy buck. She would have nothing to do with the pygmy buck. One day Bill finds that she is in, the mother is in with the fainting buck, which we didn't want at all. You don't want to have half-breeds. Mm-hmm. So he pulls the mother out, and he thought he got her in time. Well, one day as we're feeding, he looks over into the pan, and the mother's giving birth, and Bill hollers, "You hussy!"
I could tell just by looking at the baby coming out that it was a half-breed.
With one brown and white and one black. And so this is the black one, the female. But I'm not sure yet what we're going to do on breeding for her.
So did the leg on this, the white one's the one that had the broken leg, right?
Yes.
Did it heal up or what happened?
No, it'll always be. So these are official breeders. When they weren't having the treated water, they wander around and breed people. Okay, these three have been bred, and they are fainting goats, and they have blue eyes. All three have blue eyes, and this one doesn't have any horns because it's polled. When they're polled, that means they're born without horns. We do not dehorn ours because the only way to that they have of protection is their horns. Because it's when they're frightened, when Bill will go take the feed to the back, sometimes they'll faint a couple of times by the time they get to the back. They get so excited.
Especially Beauty there, the brown and white one with the horns. He's a real extreme fainter.
And what causes them? Just overexertion,
They
overexcitement?
have a mutated muscle gene, so whenever they get startled or are overly excited or anything like that, they have a tendency for their muscles to lock up. They don't actually think, they just, their muscles will lock.
They just go stiff and...
Yep, and depending on if they're set for it or not, when it happens, they'll either stand just like they are now with a glassy look in their eye, or they'll actually flip all the way over onto the ground with all 4 feet sticking up in the air.
And you see that Beauty has the Angora wool.
Yeah.
The others have somewhat of an Angora wool. And in the springtime, my 20-year-old granddaughter comes over, and she and I will brush out the wool, so they aren't so hot in the summertime. And this will be their first.
You don't shear them though, like you do sheep, huh?
No.
No. And this will be the first time that they're giving birth.
In fact, we don't even shear our sheep. We have one sheep and it's a self-shear.
Yeah.
I've never heard of self-shearing sheep.
But you've got one.
Yeah.
Now, during the wintertime, she grows a real heavy coat. Around about
She pulls it out?
around about the end of February, she'll start rubbing up against the fence. And in 2 to 3 weeks, it looks just like she's been clipped.
Well, and also the goats jump
Right,
up
and
grab.
the goats, they jump up and grab mouthfuls of it and help her by yanking it out.
Is this one?
Now is this full grown size?
That's full-grown size.
That's why they're pygmies.
What is big?
They're super friendly, super friendly.
I
And
love their
those we do have
markings.
dehorned because they are used for pets and for the therapy goats. And what are the wattles on the side of their neck? We don't know what purpose they are.
Yeah.
Oh, down here?
Yeah. Those
The wattles.
It depends, because some of them have them hanging down on their necks. They can be behind their ears. They can be all over.
soft.
Yeah, kind of bristly.
Bristly. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. You'll feel the fainting goats afterwards, and you'll feel how
This one likes to have its back and its head scratched.
Yeah, they do.
they love to have it.
If you want to pacify a goat, that's the way to do it. You scratch them
Hey,
right.
you trying to bite me, huh?
And they love it.
Okay. These are the mamas that have given birth once or twice already. Okay, we're going to go in. We're going to sit down on the table there, and I'll show you how friendly we are. I had KMPH. Bob Snooze was here for 5.5 hours, and wow, this is hard today. And he was sitting here on the table, and he didn't realize that they were such thick pockets. They got into his back pocket. So here's the butt. The butt old person.
This one here's a buck too, right?
Yeah, that's the butt.
Yeah.
So go ahead and sit down and get you some carrots, and you can see how friendly they are.
And you got collars on all of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that kind of a...
It,
That makes it easier
Have
for
some
me to
carrots under there.
give them shots and whatnot.
He's got some over here. He's got some over here. Get your carrots out there. I don't want it.
Come here, you guys.
Here.
Oh, they are. None of the animals on this place are afraid of people. They all like people. Okay, addressing. This is the oldest one. Her mother died at birth, and so I raised the 4 little ones in the house in a cage.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hurt you.
Now these are full grown, right?
These are
Yeah.
full grown. Yeah.
Stay down.
Whoops.
Some have given birth a number of times.
Like this one here is a larger than these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just the way she came out.
Like to jump?
Oh, they are jumpers.
Here you are.
Hey, just a minute.
I'm gonna put my, make sure there's nothing in my pocket. You can get, huh?
Yeah, you better, because they will pull it out and you won't be any wiser.
I gotcha.
I have come up missing car keys,
It's that
cell phones.
Goodness.
Some people even put preemie Pampers, diapers on them when they're little and have them in the house running around.
That's what I think you should do, so I don't have to rake up out here.
Oh no, oh no. My granddaughter
Then you're gonna have to come out and change the diapers.
Oh, no.
I think I'd rather rake than change.
I says, I'm not gonna, I'm not changing any goat diapers, so.
You don't need those.
Everyone is named on this place.
What?
That's your official job, is to name them?
Yeah. I buy 50 pounds of carrots at a time.
Carrots is what they like, huh?
Uh-oh.
That's what they all said. But they were just fed. You guys have very short memory when it comes to feeding time, huh?
Or big stomachs.
So, how much smaller are they than average goats
Get up there, he couldn't.
Okay.
on a percentage?
They are, well, from a regular goat or from a feeding goat?
Well, just for a regular goat. I mean, they're called
Regular
pygmy. They're big
They're-
pygmy goats. So,
They're probably about a third the size of a normal goat.
I'm
Okay.
your friend now.
That would be like your Alpine or your
yeah.
dairy goats or your meat goats. Or,
One must be. There you go. Okay. Oh, good. Good.
Oh,
No,
no.
nothing left.
You can see where the boys, when they're using therapy goats, how
Yeah.
they get attached to them.
I can see that, yeah. They are
And
very
well,
friendly.
they have to earn their right to be work out with their goat. To go, you know.
Yeah.
Now, do they got to go through special training?
No.
Well, I'm just wondering because I got a friend that has one of those little dogs that they use in a hospital for a therapy hospital dog, and it's got to go through extensive training so that it doesn't get spooked by all of the noises and smells and everything that are in the hospital.
See how spooked they are.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Boo.
boo. That's half the fun is to see one get scared.
Okay, let's go on out to the next.
These have amber eyes, huh?
Yeah, the meat goats all have amber eyes. It's only the pygmy goats all have amber eyes. It's only the
Oh, now why does that one got the leg all up like that? What's with the one back here?
That is a sheep.
That's a sheep.
It's got like its leg bent.
So you'll see the crack up when there's babies. I came out here one morning. It was in May. All the goats had already given birth. And you've seen the Disney cartoon of the little sheep jumping on their mama's backs and sliding off. Well,
That's what they do to that one.
she was laying there. She had one of the goat babies on her shoulders.
Oh.
And she stood up real slow, made a couple of laps around the pen, and then laid back down real slow so it could get off.
Oh, that's great.
Where's Isis? Bill,
Oh, she's in the back pen.
you gonna let her out?
Oh, she's already out. She's back here eating.
Oh, okay, okay.
You want me to steer her up this direction?
No, no. This was my first goat. Bill, someone sent him the YouTube thing of fainting goats, and he said we need to get one. And I said,
So this is
No.
another fainting goat here?
Yes. And so I says, no way do I need another goat. Well, 2 weeks later, I was at a birthday party for Alvin Peters.
Oh, yeah.
You know him.
Yeah.
Okay. And I saw this man that looked familiar, and so I asked Alvin, who is that? And he says, oh, that's Guy Graham. And I said, that's Guy and his wife and my husband and I had worked in Christian Marriage Encounter with him. And so Guy came running up when he saw me, and he says, well, our children are grown. We have adopted 3 special needs children, and we raise fainting goats. And Bill has said, you know, he wanted one. So I said, well, I've got a birthday coming up. Give me your wife's telephone number. So I called her and started out with this one. And there's a saying, you can't have just one. And sure enough, we just fell in love with her. And
The reason I wanted her was because on the clipping I saw, the goat had ran up into a tree about 4 foot high and was standing on this limb, and there was a loud noise and she fell off and just wham down to the ground, laid there for a minute, and then got up and kind of took off again.
What about her business?
And I thought, that would be slick to have something like that I could fire off a blink gun or make a loud noise during a tour and just have the goat fall over. But it doesn't work that way.
Doesn't work that way, yeah.
Yeah, just get stiff like that.
She didn't quite make it. When we get down to the buck pen, I'll
so Mary and Mary, why don't you come in?
I'll show you. Oh, bless you.
It's you.
It's like you're sneezing, Warren.
Maybe I'm a goat.
Your brother. Right there, Stormy.
Lisa?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
Growling at something.
Go ahead
Come
and sit
on,
down.
guys.
I like the little
Come on,
pygmy goat.
Snowflake. Okay, Snowflake over there, the white one, is the only fainting baby we have left from the last breeding. This one was a rescue goat that we like to sell a pygmy goat with a fainting goat to keep them company.
So
Okay.
are these fainting ones here too, or no?
No, these are pygmy goats.
Oh.
That one is the same age as these other 2, only it just didn't grow.
So that's full size then?
Yes, it's
Well, no, he'll get a little bigger.
A little bigger,
They
like,
grow
like this
until
little
they're,
buck.
actually about 2.5 to 3 years of age.
but he's a little sweetheart, and he likes to sleep in his feed pan. They're bashful today.
I think she's hiding.
What's with all
Here,
this?
Brownie, come here.
That's a cute little one.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, he's sweet. He likes to sit on your lap, and he just.
Yeah, everybody that comes down here tries to buy him. You want this?
No,
Brownie.
Oh, you like the idea of carrots better,
because
huh?
I see the carrots instead.
Oh, goat
Here you
butt.
go. Here you
Oh,
go.
goat butt going on there.
It's got the gold eyes.
Yes, that's a pygmy
If I
goat.
can't see them, I won't faint.
But if Snowflake sells, we will have them give a reduced rate on the companion goat.
Oh, those two are.
Got a black one there, it's her companion goat.
It's a pygmy goat,
Mm-hmm.
but the white one is the fainting goat.
Now, can you tell a fainting goat just by looking at it, or do you have to know it?
You can
'Cause
tell
to
by
me,
looking.
they look similar, but I can't tell. You know, if you were to put 5 in a pen and say pick out the
Well,
fainting,
If you were around them as much as we were, you could tell at a glance whether it was a pygmy or a fainting goat. For one thing, when they're born, their ears are outrageous. I mean, their ears look like a mule's ears compared to a pygmy goat.
They grow into their ears.
And sometimes during birth, their ears are pointed straight down because they get, they get wallered down when they're birthed, and it takes a day or two for them to pop back up so that they're standing up. And then the coloration, because the pygmy goat, they're usually black and white or a goody, like little brownies there, and any other color is foreign to them.
Are they territorial? Is that why it's being separated? Or
Oh, no,
just for mating?
we have them separated for the mating.
Yeah.
And plus, we don't want to get too many of them in any one pen to keep them spread out.
Okay. Okay, come on. Come over here, sweetie.
So I got to smell it first. Not so
And
sure.
then if you want to really find out for sure if it's an African pygmy goat, an African pygmy goat always has a white spot on its body someplace.
A white spot.
A white spot.
Yeah.
It can be on the head, it can be on the body itself, but you never see a pygmy goat that doesn't have a white spot.
Oh, well, you see some pygmy goats, but they aren't African pygmy goats.
Right.
Okay, the African people used to have these goats for the milk and the meat. And then they got smart and figured if they had bigger goats, they'd have more milk and more meat.
Well, yeah.
Well, the whaling ships would come by, and they would take them on the ships. Hundreds of years ago, they would take them on the ships and use them for the milk and the meat. And they were so easy to take care of. Well, the whaling ships today still do that. They still take them.
They take the little guys,
Yeah.
not the bigger ones.
How is it that goat meat has not really caught on in the United States to eat?
More.
Unfortunately, it has.
I don't see it too much in Save Mart.
I don't either. In fact, I've only found it a time or two in different stores.
Trader Joe's, maybe?
But it's a delicious meat.
Yeah.
Maybe in Whole Foods.
Whole Foods, yeah. I probably have to go Whole Foods.
Lillian doesn't like me talking about how tasty they are.
I know. But there's more goat meat eaten in the world than any other kind of meat.
You mean that's the staple around the world, you mean?
Right.
Yeah.
In fact, if she's gone and I light the barbecue grill up, as soon as she gets back, she starts counting goats.
And their main diet is, is there a specific type of food?
Yeah. We feed them an all-in-one feed, and then we supplement it with alfalfa.
So, is it a store purchasable food, or is this something that you have to make mix yourself?
We buy it at the
the feed store?
Feed store.
Okay.
We see the barrels out there. Well,
So 2 drums out there still have some in it.
And are they kind of like a dog or a cat, where if you put a bunch of food out, they just keep eating and eating and eating and eating until
They will literally eat until they fall down on their stomachs, and they'll just be eating out of the bowl while they're laying there.
Okay, so you got to ration it for them.
oh yes, we don't like them to get too fat.
I didn't know, because dogs you got to ration. Cats, you just put it out there and they nibble and walk away.
Okay. Okay. No, you do not butt her.
Yeah, that's what happened with licorice. If you notice, she is just real fat. She's completely overweight. And so I've got them on a diet now. They're only getting a handful of feed. Well, in fact, when I started here a few years back, every animal on this ranch was too fat.
They'll sometime, with their first breeding, they'll fall over in a faint when they're trying to breed. And it's sort of hilarious to see.
Too excited.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching well-known boy. He was really pulling after it, and all of a sudden he just rolled off over, and the dog's looking at him and saying, "Now, what the heck is this?"
Registry.
Okay, good. Registry, yeah.
And
He's full-blooded pygmy goat, but he's just huge for the breed.
Yeah, that's
And she has up to 4 babies. Seldom you hear of a fainting goat have 4 babies, but they said she does.
So do you
She's
do
got
any
4
milking
babies
of
in
the
there
milk?
right now?
No,
No milking.
You said she's got 4 babies right now?
no.
No.
She's pregnant right now. And,
Oh, okay.
she usually throws 3 or 4 babies at a time.
Oh, okay. So how many do like the little ones have? Do they have like one?
The pygmy goats will have between 1 and 4.
Oh, really?
The fainting goats usually have between 1 and 3, occasionally 4. But
Well, I thought they only had like one.
Okay, Ryder,
So
come
you got
here.
your 9 pregnant ones. You're not dealing with 9 babies. You're
no,
dealing with
we could have as many as 30.
30.
30
Oh,
goats
yeah.
out of
Now I
9.
see what you're talking about. You don't want to flood the market.
4, and they have these special needs children. One is blind and deaf, and one is Down syndrome, and one is brain damaged. And they had large horses, and they said, we sure would like to have a little horse. So we traded them our smallest miniature horse for 2 pregnant does.
Not 2 does in there, usually in Philly.
That was just recent then.
No, that was about 2 years ago.
Oh, they're pregnant again.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they've been pregnant before.
Every year,
Not still pregnant, so in the trade.
every year they get pregnant.
Got
again.
it.
Is it a 9-month gestation?
No,
then, or
5.
5 months?
But we only do it once a year, and that way it gives the does time for their bodies to recuperate completely before being pregnant again. Very
You
intelligent
notice
goats.
the large house
That
we have for
back
Isis there. Is she bigger?
Is that
so
the horns
in
the
her,
size of
there she
the
has a larger house.
Oh,
The size of the horns?
No,
That's just the male.
yeah, that's male there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So the
and,
female's got the ones like on the left there, the
Right.
shorter horns.
when we bought him, come here, bud. Don't you give me that Eeyore look. Come here. Come on. Get out of that Eeyore mode.
Oh, Junior.
He's 29 inches tall.
29 inches. Black.
He's a resident.
How did you come up with blackjack? He's not black.
Yeah, black.
Well, it doesn't make sense to call him Brown Jack.
Oh, you're mad at me, huh? I told her you look good.
How old is Blackjack?
He's 19.
19.
I like your fuzzy,
Your
socks
bangs?
there.
Your bangs.
It's fuzzy socks.
Oh boy.
Does any? Oh, sorry.
No problem.
Oh, now they're his.
Does he let anybody ride him, like little kids?
No.
They
They
do
can only
something right. They're yours.
they can only
They do something
support
right. They're his.
approximately 70 pounds. That's saddle and all. By the time you throw a 20-pound saddle on there, then only leaves 50 pounds for a kid.
Yeah.
And besides that, Lillian's insurance premiums would go sky high to put a rider on for doing that.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Okay, you can go now.
Oh, now he said no.
Now he wants
Oh,
to
I can't
come.
Cut me now.
He could be a real crack up. I can go in there to feed him. He'll be raising hell and squealing and all
I mean, do
that.
you, since he had free reign before, do you ever just let him out and run around like the dogs? Just let him go,
Yeah, he gets a day out.
and you just let him like run around in here,
inside
right?
here, because this is all pinned up.
Right. So yeah. So he stays on this side of that.
So it's a pen within pens.
Right. So he has about 2.5 acres to run in. In fact, tomorrow will be his turn out.
So whose turn was it today?
Blue Rights.
This one over here.
Be a police dog for the LA Police Department. He lives right across the fence. And so he said he'd trade him for us to make
This conversation with Paul right now.
These are weathers. A weather is a goat that will never become a father. They have been banded. And when you have an intact male goat, you have to have either a female with them, and that female will get pregnant. You have to have another intact goat, or you have to have a wether. And so we had these 3 wethers, and when the bucks that are in the pens over there aren't being used, then they are over here with these wethers. But Bill, you know, tell them why Rascal and Trouble have their names?
Rascal?
Yep, Rascal and Trouble. They were actually twins when they came out. I mean, they were just within a minute of each other. And by the time that they were two days old, you see that piece of plywood leaning up against the fence over there?
Oh yeah, over there.
Okay. So we had 2 of them in their pen. They found out at 2 days old that they could actually run up, slide back down that thing. By 3 days old, they were running up and perching on that 3/8 inch edge, and they would perch there like a couple of vultures and wait for Mama to come by. And then when Mama got within range, they both of them just jumped off and just knocked her over.
Oh my goodness.
And just started nursing. So they decided, well, hey, that really works well. Let's try somebody else. So they got up there and perched, and they'd wait for any doe to go by, and they'd knock her over and grab onto her. And at first the doe didn't care, and then they looked down there, well, hey, you don't belong to me. And then she was kicking them in the head, trying to get them off. And they were into one mess after
Pretty
another.
smart, pretty smart.
Looks like
Yeah.
they'll need water for
I'll fill
tonight.
theirs back up.
Yeah, look what they've done here.
Yeah.
Up. Did you guys do that?
This is Natalie's
Yeah.
this one.
She says you can't sell. Grandma don't sell him.
007. Oh, yes.
No. And that's his companion.
Oh, that's 006?
No, that's
That's no name.
No name.
no, that's Chubby.
Chubby. Hi, Chubby.
You're very cute. Yes, you are
Yeah,
a charmer.
this is cute. I like this one.
You're cute too.
Yeah.
You're cute too.
Okay, this is Blue Right.
Blue Right.
Dudley
he's,
Blue Right.
Dudley do right?
The pen made to Blue Right went to
It's Blue Right instead of
a
Do
month
Right.
ago went to Arizona to be in their breeding program. Here you go, sweetie.
I don't have any carrots. But I can say hi.
Look up behind his. Well, he likes to get up on your lap.
You're just that big old stocky, aren't you?
This one has the right eye is blue. I mean, Blue Right. His mother has the left eye is blue.
Oh my goodness.
So what kind of horses are these, or ponies?
Miniatures. Miniature horses.
They're just called miniature horses?
Yep, they're
There's
not a
no,
pony.
like,
There's a classification strictly for these guys.
About the 1600s, the kings and queens in Europe decided the dogs and cats were disappearing in the castles, and they wanted a unique pet for their children, and so they had them bred down. And then when you have many kings and queens, they were sold to circuses. And then the coal mines took them and used them until the 1900s, about 1900, in the coal mines to pull the ore carts, because they're very intelligent and very strong. And then they came over to the United States about, what was it, about, I don't know, 1920 or something, and were used in the coal mines here in the United States.
You wouldn't believe this, but that little guy, when I come on the ranch, he had a bad habit of biting. It took me 3 days to break him of it. And he hasn't bitten since then.
So how'd you break him?
Fit him back.
Hit him back, bite him back?
Slide his muzzle as hard as I could.
Yeah.
Make your pretty blue eyes.
I am not,
Right on the right and then amber on the left.
I am not cruel to him, but I believe in quick training.
So I've seen like really small horses. They're like, and they're like, so those are miniature horses too, right?
Those are mutated miniature horses. They had one.
The man had Alzheimer's, and his wife told him to get rid of the horses. And right after Sam died, this friend told me that she was coming by, and we're going to go see something. And she says, "I know you've always been interested in miniature horses," and she was standing on gravel, chained to the garage, being harassed by big dogs. And the man says, well, she had been pregnant a number of times and always lost the babies. And so the vet was able to have her save the baby that she was pregnant with, and she's had one after another.
My goodness.
I had a pond in here that got totally filled with the cattails, and so my renter is working on getting the cattails all out. He was working for yesterday.
Oh, right here. Come on, Mr. Cool. Mr. Cool, come here.
Got the beard.
Come here, buddy.
Are those sneezes or coughs, or is a fur ball going to come up, or what?
He's just sneezing.
I'm part goat. I'm just because that's the way I sneeze, like 10, 12 times in a row, just like that.
Maybe that's where you get that from,
I
Warren.
think so.
Well, you look like Mr. Happy right now.
Yeah.
Now, this is Mr. Cool.
Mr. Cool.
No other goat on this whole ranch that is like him. You want a spring horse, huh? Do you? Huh?
He can do it on his own. But you can see the blue eyes. He bonded with Bill early.
He went into a premature breeding mode when he was about 4 weeks old.
Backing up. Yeah.
And he was trying to ride everything in sight.
His mother, his aunt.
We had to separate him, and quick. So we put a cage in the garage because it was during the cold weather. And I carried him up there because he was just a little guy. Put him in that, and I'd carry him back out here during the daytime. About the second or third day, he started getting pretty doggone hefty, so I put a lead rope on him, and well, he was just like a dog. He was followed on the lead rope right over there, put him in the pen that night, brought him right back out here. Next day, didn't even put a lead rope on him. I said, come on. Opened up the gate, and I looked beside me, and he was just right at my side.
That's his brother, that's a year younger, and the brother is polled, born without horns, and both of them, by the time spring comes, they'll have heavy Angora wool.
So spell what you're saying. You're saying polled?
Polled.
Polled, P-O-L-L-E-D.
Okay.
Born without horns.
And we were talking about memory a while ago. This guy here used to pick my pocket constantly. And one day I lost my keys, and I looked all over the place for it. So I backtracked all the way to this pen, and he was laying down all curled up. And I said, Mr. Cool, have you seen my keys? And he just kind of looked at me and laid back down. I went in and moved him, and he was curled up around my keys.
Not so cool.
Not so cool. Oh my gracious.
You just think about ways.
They're not related. Okay, can you tell which are the fainting goats here? We have three fainting goats and 2 pygmy goats in here.
Well, all right, Warren. Here's the test. Which ones?
I can't tell them apart.
Should be real simple. We dehorn the pygmies.
Well, but Brownetta doesn't have any horns. She's polled. And this one, Ambrina, has the amber eyes.
Got the amber eyes.
They're like climbing goats, not fainting goats.
They're nowhere near as bad as climbing as what the pygmies are.
Do you put other stuff in there for them to climb on at other times, or just that?
Just
They're
a
in the
table
back.
and their box.
These are the noisiest ones.
And okay, this one is the this one is daughter to the one up in front of my first goat. And someone offered Bill $1,000 for this one. And,
No, actually you get the figure in, and if he has 2 babies a year, that right there in a year and a half of breeding time, she'll bring in more than 1,000.
So you always have a pygmy goat in with them?
No, not always.
Oh, okay.
but it works out fine.
These are of the same age, and these pygmies weren't old enough to be bred. These stainers weren't old enough to be bred, so we stuck them all together.
Here's where all the young kid gang.
Right.
The future breeders.
Yeah, the future breeders.
Right.
This one.
This is the Gen Z.
These are the ladies and ladies.
The ladies and ladies.
Yeah, this is Oreo candy. Her mother is Oreo cookie. Oreo cookie.
You're gonna run out of names here pretty soon. Huh?
Right.
We'll just reuse them.
1, 2, and 3, huh?
Yeah, junior,
But you can see
third, the
also
fourth.
the fur is getting so thick on that one.
It's supposed to be softer, but you can't eat your fur.
Yeah, they love the fur.
You look mean.
Okay, guys. Here you go. Here you go.
That looks at shark eyes.
You didn't get one yet.
Well, when they're down, that's a defensive mode or something?
That's when they start getting kicked off. They get a little upset.
Well, she looks upset because nobody's paying any attention to her. What? Don't look at me.
She is prone to do
Here
a
you
little
have them sit on the table and then they'll sit on my lap.
when they're really mad or during breeding season. But,
Good job, guys.
this one says the heck its own for
She just sees people out here. She wants to be petted and paid attention to.
Oh yeah, she likes carrots. She'll follow you around, ask for carrots.
Likes those carrots, huh?
Oh yes. Every animal in this place except the cats don't like. Every animal likes carrots.
Noisy eater.
What do you guys apart? Snowball.
With those ears,
You've got some new homes building out there, huh?
yeah. They started on that one there about 3 months ago.
3 months ago. Wow. Is that a road that comes off of something, or?
Nope.
I don't
That
know.
road dead ends right there at that property, and that's the same road that you came in.
Oh, is that the same
Yeah.
road?
It
Okay.
just leads all the way around back here.
Oh my goodness.
It looks a little smoother here than it did when we first came in, though.
Well, there's only,
I wonder why there's speed bumps.
I'll tell you about them speed bumps.
There's enough potholes to slow you down. before
Several
you get to
years
the speed bump.
ago, the people back here, their kids were big-time dirt bike and quad racers. Nothing thrilled them more than to get out there and they would find a pothole starting, and then they would get the rear wheels in it, and then they would just spin it until it comes. Well, we had 2 older men back off over here, but they got tired of them racing up and down the driveway. So they said, speed bumps are the way to go.
The birds are freaking him out.
Well, no, he is an extreme trainer. It doesn't take much for him to go wooden loaded.
Feel better now.
Oh, very nice, yeah.